What if I told you that just $20 a month, less than the cost of a family pizza night, could grow into a life-changing nest egg for your child's future? It sounds unbelievable, but the combination of government grants, compound growth, and time can quietly turn small monthly savings into six figures. Across Canada, parents have access to one of the most powerful financial tools, the Registered Education Savings Plan, or RESP. And in British Columbia, families get an extra bonus that makes it even more powerful. While it's designed to help pay for post-secondary education, the ripple effect of starting early, investing consistently, and leveraging government grants can set your child up not just for school, but for long-term financial security well into retirement. This video will show you how a small monthly contribution can snowball into hundreds of thousands of dollars, why the BC RESP is uniquely powerful, and how you can start today without feeling overwhelmed. But before we talk about the numbers, you need to understand the financial tool that makes this possible. Understanding the RESP. The RESP is a government-registered account that allows parents to save for their child's education. Contributions grow tax-free, and the government adds grants to boost your savings. And this is where things get interesting, because the government is essentially rewarding you for saving for your child. The Canada Education Savings Grant, or CESC, adds up to 20% on the first $2,500 contributed annually. On top of that, British Columbia offers the BC Training and Education Savings Grant, a one-time $1,200 bonus for eligible children. While the RESP is designed for education, the discipline of saving early and consistently creates a financial foundation that can extend beyond school. If your child graduates debt-free, leftover funds can be redirected into other investments, setting the stage for retirement savings decades earlier than most people begin. Now let's see what actually happens when you put just $20 a month into this system. The power of $20 a month. $20 a month may not sound like much, but when invested through an RESP, it becomes surprisingly powerful. But this is where compounding begins to quietly do its magic. Over the course of a year, that small contribution adds up to $240. Thanks to the Canada Education Savings Grant, the government will add another 20%, bringing the total to $288 annually. If those funds are invested and earn a modest 6% return, by the time your child turns 18, the account will have grown to more than $8,000. Add in the $1,200 BC Training and Education Savings Grant, and the total climbs closer to $9,200, and suddenly that small monthly habit starts looking a lot more powerful. While that figure may not seem life-changing at first glance, the real magic happens when the money continues to compound. If reinvested into an RRSP or TFSA after education costs are covered, that $9,200 could grow to $30,000 by age 40 and exceed $100,000 by age 65. All of this comes from the discipline of setting aside just $20 a month. But the real secret behind turning small contributions into big money isn't just the grants. It's time. Why start early? The earlier you start, the more powerful compounding becomes. A dollar invested in year 1 has 18 years to grow before your child enters university. A dollar invested in year 10 has only 8 years. And because government grants are capped annually, missing a year means missing free money. Starting with just $20 ensures you're always eligible for grants, even if you can't contribute the maximum. It's about consistency, not perfection. That small habit builds momentum, and momentum is what creates wealth. RESP versus other investments. A regular savings account earns 1 to 2% interest, and it's taxable. And this is exactly why many families unknowingly leave thousands of dollars on the table. And RESP earns market returns, typically 5 to 7%, plus government grants, and it grows tax-sheltered. Put $20 a month into a savings account for 18 years, and you'll have about $4,500. Put the same into an RESP with grants and growth, and you'll have about $9,200. That's double the value, without doubling your effort. And here's something many parents in British Columbia don't realize: the BC advantage. British Columbia offers an extra perk, the $1,200 BC RESP grant. To qualify, your child must be born in 2006 or later, and you must open an RESP before the child turns 9. This grant alone is equivalent to 5 years of $20 contributions free money that accelerates your child's savings journey. It's a uniquely BC advantage that parents should never leave on the table. RESP as a retirement catalyst. Imagine your child earns scholarships, works part-time, or finds other ways to cover tuition. The RESP balance remains intact. Those funds can be transferred to an RRSP, up to a $50,000 lifetime limit, without penalty. That means your child could start adulthood with a fully funded retirement account decades ahead of schedule. Imagine graduating at 22 and already having retirement savings compounding in the background. It's a head start most people can only dream of. At this point, many parents start thinking of reasons not to start. Let's address the most common ones. Overcoming common objections. Parents often hesitate. They say, $20 isn't enough. Wrong, consistency beats size. $20 a month keeps the account active and eligible for grants. Others say, I'll start later when I have more money. Later means lost compounding and missed grants. Starting small now is better than waiting. And some worry, what if my child doesn't go to school? Funds can be transferred to another child, or into an RSP. The money never disappears. The RESP is flexible, and the risk of wasted savings is minimal. Practical steps to start. Opening an RESP is simple. Most banks and credit unions in BC offer them. Once opened, set up automatic contributions. $20 a month is painless when automated. Apply for grants to ensure the CESG and BC RESP are added. Choose investments, whether balanced index funds or GICs, depending on your risk tolerance. Review annually and adjust contributions as your budget allows. The process is straightforward, but the impact is profound. Real-life example. Consider Sarah, a BC parent who started contributing $20 a month when her son was born in 2008. By 2026, she's contributed about $4,320. With grants and growth, the account is worth about $9,500. Her son earns scholarships, so most of the RESP remains untouched. Sarah transfers $9,500 into his RSP at age 18. By age 65, assuming 6% growth, that RSP could be worth over $100,000, all from pizza money savings. That's the power of small, consistent contributions. The bigger picture. This isn't just about numbers. It's about teaching your child the value of saving, showing them how small habits create big results, and giving them a head start most people never get. RESPs aren't just education accounts, they're financial springboards. With just $20 a month, you're not only funding school, you're planting the seeds of retirement security. You're building a legacy of financial literacy and discipline that will echo through generations. The $20 legacy. $20 a month in a Canadian RESP means free government money and tax-sheltered growth. Over time, that small habit can transform into 6 figures. It's not about the amount. It's about starting early and staying consistent. Your child's future deserves more than hope. It deserves a plan. And if you're in British Columbia, the extra $1,200 grant makes that plan even more powerful. The choice is yours, and the impact will last a lifetime. Comment below if you're already contributing to an RESP or plan to start with just $20 a month.